Imagine this situation. You are married to the love of your life, someone you've been with for many years. Your relationship has been a source of joy, trust, and mutual support, a bond so strong that you couldn't imagine life without them. But now, your spouse has been diagnosed with a terminal illness, and their only chance of survival lies in a life saving stem cell procedure. The complication? The required stem cells can only come from a child conceived with your spouse's only sibling. Adding to the weight of the decision, your spouse has a deep seated trauma related to cheating and has significant trust issues. They have always made it clear that infidelity is something they could never forgive. You are now faced with an unimaginable choice. Would you cheat on your spouse with their sibling to save their life, or would you refuse, knowing it might cost them their life? What would you do and why? This is indeed an ethical dilemma, isn't it? Before providing my own answer, I surveyed 10 individuals from diverse backgrounds and age groups, including both married and single participants.
Oh my God, napaka-complicated ng iglesia ako, di ba? So, hindi ako pwedeng magkaroon ng anak sa hindi ko asawa or sa kung hindi kami kasal. So, doon pa lang, hindi na siya pwede. Kung sakali man na magkakaroon ako ng anak doon sa kapatid niya, yun dapat na maging asawa ko. And kasal dapat muna. Marami para sa akin paraan pa. Hindi lang naman siguro yun yung pwedeng maging way. Pwede naman bakit hindi pwede maging anak namin? Kailangan talaga anak ng sa kapatid niya? I mean, maraming pwedeng maging paraan. Hindi ako, basta not that.
Ooh, that's tough. Sa akin, hindi ko gagawin mag-cheat.
Why?
Based on, kasabi mo, di ba, so in my background sa religion or sa akin, hayaan ko ang Diyos ang magkilos sa asawa ko. If panahon niya na, kung may choice naman ng Panginoon Diyos or hindi pwede mag-contradict kasi asawa ko siya, tapos mag-cheat lang ako dun sa kapatid niya para in order to survive. Parang ginawa ko, ako mismo naghawak ng buhay ni or destiny ng, kumbaga hanggang doon na lang yung buhay. Parang inasa ko sa sa kamay ko, hindi sa Diyos na meron ako.
Okay.
For me, siguro, ang lalim ng kung titignan natin yung love mo sa isang tao, kanya sa asawa mo. For me, mas gugustuhin kong mas humaba pa yung buhay niya. So, mas pipiliin ko na mag-cheat na lang para lang humaba yung buhay niya. Kahit na hindi niya na ako patawarin. Basta maging mahaba yung buhay niya. Yun, parang gano'n. Kasi siguro dahil sa pagmamahal mo sa kanya, mas pipiliin mo na lang yun para mas maging mahaba pa yung buhay niya. Gano'n siya.
Dahil ayoko siyang mawala. Kung mayroon chance talaga na yung mga paraan na kailangan kong gawin para ma-save yung life niya, gagawin ko. So, kung yun lang yung paraan para ma-save siya, yung magkaroon kami ng anak ng kapatid niya, gagawin ko yun.
Okay.
Kasi una, gusto ko pa madugtungan yung buhay niya, kung mataas yung chances na madugtungan yung buhay niya kung yun ang gagawin. Pangalawa, dahil syempre, kung mahal natin yung isang tao, gagawin natin lahat. No matter what, kung ano yung may consequences. Kung sakali malaman niya in the future, halimbawa, madugtungan na yung buhay niya, tapos in the future, malaman niya na yun ang ginawa ko, hindi man sa akin manggaling sa ibang tao, sasabihin ko kung bakit yun ginawa at umaasa ako na matatanggap niya yung reason ko or mas mabuti sa akin namang galing na yun ang naging dahilan para magdugtungan buhay niya kaysa sa iba pa niya malaman. Basta sasabihin ko yun kapag alam kong totally healed na siya. Totally recovered na siya.
Ang pipiliin ko ay ang mag-cheat.
Okay.
Kasi, pag hindi ko yung ginawa, parang, yung yung konsensya, parang, pag wala akong ginawa, parang uusigin ako ng konsensya. Kaya yun yung pipiliin ko. Tapos, kung magkakaanak naman kami ng kapatid niya, at least, nabuhay siya.
Magkakaanak, kuya. Yun lang ang paraan para mabuhay siya. So, gagawin ko ang lahat para lang sa kanya.
Knowing siguro yung partner ko, if ever, mas mataas ang niya, yung tawag dito, yung grasp niya when it comes to, tawag dito, yung pagdating sa decency kung ano yung tama. So, siya, at this point sa buhay niya, kasi very religious siya eh. Sabihin mo, yung faith niya sa ngayon is very strong. So, parang anything happens to him, tanggap na niya yun, openly. So, for me, hindi rin kasi ako yung personality ko kasi Sir Jade, hindi ako yung would do things na hindi maganda to survive or for any reason. Siguro doon na ako lagi mag-stick ko ano yung dapat. For ano lang yun ha, para sa sarili ko ring peace of mind. Parang i-value ko pa rin yung sarili kong konsensya for kahit minimum, hindi ko i-afford na gumawa ng mali. Oo. Parang syempre mas dala-dala mo pa rin yan eh. So parang ikaw rin ang nag-suffer in the end. Parang nasa sarili mo rin yung burden, di ba?
Medyo mahirap isipin yung sasagot. Hindi, medyo mahirap i-explain yung sagot. Pero pwedeng dalawa. Pwede naman, pares naman tama yung sagot.
Okay.
Yung sa dalawang yun. Pero ang pipiliin ko is siguro is yung hindi ako mag-cheat.
Bakit?
Kahit yung kapalit nun ay magiging buhay niya. Kasi, katulad nga ng sabi niya, may trust issue na siya. Then, siyempre, isa yun sa magpapalala ng sakit niya kung meron siyang may dinaramdam siyang sakit. At saka, isa yun sa magpapalala ng sakit niya dahil siyempre, yung stress, yung kung sa possible nga, siyempre, kung wala na talagang ibang lunas or gamot, siguro ipagpapasa Diyos ko na lang. Yun ang the best answer para sa akin.
Sa akin hindi ako mag-cheat siguro, pero gagawin ko yung part ko para ma-survive ko siya.
Okay.
Sa akin kasi parang hindi cheat yung mangyari. Parang kukunin ko yung opinion niya pa rin. So, i-inform ko siya dun sa situation na yun lang talaga yung makakapag-survive sa kanya. So, gagawin ko yung part ko para siyempre ma-survive ko siya. So, parang papayag ako, pero yung siguro gagamit ako ng ibang way to conceive a baby, hindi yung natural way. So, parang yun ang option ko. Kung halimbawa lang, gamit ako ng artificial insemination, ganyan. Oo. Kasi, siyempre, parang hindi ko kaya yung pero, parang yung naisip ko na paraan, kaya kong mag-conceive ng baby dun sa kapatid niya, pero sa ibang paraan, para ako mabuntis, parang ganun.
I also ask my own wife so that I'll know my faith should we ever encounter such a situation, however unlikely this may be.
At first, I would have said that I would do anything to save your life, but then again, thinking about it, I would refuse to do so. I would refuse to cheat on you. Because first, even if I do, let's say, do the deed with your brother, it does not guarantee that I will get pregnant with a baby that would potentially save your life. And two, if we have that much time to actually wait for conception of a baby and to give birth to it until they are old enough to be able to donate the stem cell that you need, then I'd rather spend that time with you without any bad blood between us. Because as the hypothetical question says, that you will not tolerate cheating. And I know a lot of people that really can't get past cheating. So what if you're one of those person that who can't really get past the cheating? I would rather live my life with you happily with the rest of your life that is given to us than uh, wait for this miraculous stem cell procedure only to end up with you not being able to tolerate my very presence because of the cheating that I did to save your life. I might have a different perspective and look at it as not as cheating, but as only as a medical procedure. But as the statement says, it is intolerable for you. So I'd rather not cheat and spend the rest of your life with me happily and do something that we cannot go back on and that would only make my life and your life at the same time, even if we able to extend it, we're living it miserably, thinking about what was done to extend it. So, yes, I choose not to cheat and I choose you.
Well, there you have it. The people have spoken, and it's an even split. The results show that both choices are equally justifiable as the right or better option. Here are some interesting notes from the interview. Married participants mostly chose loyalty. In extreme situations, people often turn to fate or a higher power. Deontology emerged as the most common moral framework. And this. It's difficult to answer this question myself, especially after hearing such thoughtful answers and justifications from the 10 people I interviewed. I am truly and honestly convinced either way. It is indeed a dilemma. But for me, I would cheat to save my wife's life, if that is truly the only way to save her. I have lost people I care about deeply. My grandmother, grandfather, uncle, aunt, cousin, and friend. And I still feel the pain of losing someone I love. In fact, the pain lingers. When you're in that situation, you could only think, I would do anything to bring them back. And I agree. What more if it's the love of your life? In such a moment, there's no time or space for logic or reasoning. It's the life of someone you love right in front of you. And I believe that most, if not everyone, will immediately choose life over anything else. Just like me. That's my main reason. Another reason is that my wife and I are not the only people in the world that will be affected by this decision. My wife has a family who cares deeply for her, and she has good friends. If I had the power to save her, I would. Not just for us, but for the sake of those around her as well. We may not be on good terms afterward, but at least I would have done my part to save her, and given her more time to be with those who love her, and whom she loves in return.